Hi. So, Bob, Darlene, do you like the countdown music, the 60s hip kind of stuff, or do you the fuel injected stuff? Hey, good morning. How is everybody today? Hope that you're all right on this Wednesday. I couldn't figure out what day it was. I was like, is it Tuesday? Is it? I don't know what day it is. I believe it's Wednesday. June 30th. Holy mackerel. The month is gone. We are halfway through the year. 6 months into Joe Biden's reign of terror. All right, good. I like that too. I won't tell you what it's from. Good to have you with us today. God bless you for being here. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Welcome to the program, Risers. All of our people here are risers because they're up early. God bless you. 850-771-0049 is the number to call. And we're going to talk about what is the physicality of the working definition of a decibel. So putting it into practical, so you can see what it is. So you know what 60 decibels compares to. Hey, Diane. Good to have you with us today. All right, we want to take your phone calls. You're a little loud this morning. I know. I have a big speaking voice. I go above 60 decibels. It could be towards me. The whole thing could be towards me. We don't know yet. It's all mystical. But they've clarified some things. We'll talk about that as well. Nice. Good for you. Congratulations. VBS will wear you out. All right, your forecast for today. Scattered thunderstorms this morning, then mainly cloudy during the afternoon. Thunderstorms likely, high near 86. The chance of rain, 60%. Then tonight, variable clouds, showers and scattered thunderstorm storms. More numerous this evening. Low near 72. Chance of rain overnight, 50. And then tomorrow, for your Thursday, thunderstorms likely in the morning, then a chance of scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon, and a high near 85. The chance of rain tomorrow, 60%. It is 71 in Milton, 75 Gulf Breeze, 72 Navarre, and 73 in Pensacola. Good morning. 850-771-0049. I think the phone works. We're going to go with that. All right. So this is going on. The Santa Rosa will host a ribbon cutting. Let me get rid of the other dealio. Oops. My bad. There we go. They'll host a ribbon cutting for Benny Russell Park expansion at 9 a.m. Tuesday, July 6th. The improvements included a splash pad with a restroom, new playground. The splash pad, the restroom is not on the splash pad. Don't use the restroom on the splash pad. That's a whole different type of splash pad. There's going to be a restroom there. New playground for ages 5 through 12. Fitness fun zone court. Multi-purpose trail, multi-purpose sports field, and picnic pavilions. Use it because you paid for it. Right? Use it. You paid for it. You need to use it. And congratulations. Ribbon cutting Tuesday morning. And there you go. I'm not against water parks. Not. I'm against, I don't know, spending tax money you don't have. Spending tax money and then crying, we need more tax dollars. That gets my goat. All right, 30-year-old Milton man, this jackwagon, is charged with sexually assaulting a child in Okaloosa County while she was in preschool or kindergarten. 30-year-old Justin Hammonds was arrested Monday on a charge of sexual battery on a victim under the age of 12. According to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, the crimes took place in the Fort Walton Beach area between September 2016 and May 2017. The victim disclosed the acts during a forensic interview on May 27th. The Gulf Coast Kids House in Pensacola provided their findings as indications of sexual abuse. Attempts by investigators to interview Hammonds was unsuccessful. I didn't want to talk about it. Someone gets jellyfish stung at the splash pad. I don't. Are there jellyfish at the splash pad? Oh, pee. I got you. You pee on a jellyfish sting to take the irritation away. I got you. I got you now. I saw that on Friends. I think Chandler had to, I don't know. It was really disgusting. All right, so Senator Rosa County Commissioners voted on June 22nd to increase the restrictions on noise between 9 and 6 a.m. Decibel restrictions will be set at 60 decibels for residential properties, 75 decibels for non-residential, and 80 decibels for industrial. So there's a tier. According to the CDC, normal conversation is about 60 decibels. How many people do you know that get into normal conversations? But there's an exemption to that. Hold on. According to CDC, normal conversation is about 60 decibels. A motorcycle engine is around 95 decibels. Prolonged noises greater than 70 decibels can cause hearing damage. The ordinance applies to power tools, landscaping and yard maintenance equipment, construction activities, and motor vehicles. Security alarms must also stop continuous noise after 5 minutes and non-continuous noise after 15 minutes. Exemptions include public service vehicles. Also, public service is excluded. I'm just trying to get things clarified. Emergency activities, pool pumps. Your pool pump operating at a continuous noise higher than 60 decibels is okay, but your speech is not. Just trying to get things. Farming activities, power generators during outages, and any declared local state of emergency. Bob Cole, Sam Parker, Colton Wright supported the amendment. Of course they did. Peach was absent. And Colton didn't know what to do with his lips. Sorry. James Calkins posted. Previously, the county's noise ordinance called for code enforcement staff or law enforcement officers to sit inside their vehicles with their windows rolled up to determine whether or not they could hear noise and issue a citation. Now the county will buy 5 to 10 decibel readers at the cost of about $3,500. Your money. Congratulations. They're going to make that determination off of the $3,500 decibel readers. Variances can be requested for special events such as live entertainment at restaurants. Now, for the county, the noise will be measured by calibrated meters at the receiving property line, not at the source of the noise. That's a good question, Cassandra, but I imagine that's probably in there. All alleged violators will receive a warning prior to being issued a fine. The ordinance covers all of the unincorporated Santa Rosa County and not the city of Milton, Gulf Breeze, or the town of Jay. I got it, Denise. The discharge of firearms is not subject to enforcement under this ordinance. Special events, special construction needs, entertainment venues, racetracks, etc. may seek a noise variance as needed through a process currently being developed. So why don't you just go and get a variance? They'll have to turn off the car radio, AC and fan in the vehicle before taking the reading. But yeah, what about the police radio? I'm sure it's what you're talking about. The police radio is very loud. Fines begin at $100 per occurrence and can double or triple with subsequent offenses. The following will not result in a violation. Running an air conditioner at night. There you go, Cassandra. Talking to a neighbor. Wait a minute. I thought that talking was an issue. But talking to a neighbor is okay. Just talking on your property is not okay. If you see the confusion. So it won't result in a violation if you're talking to your neighbor. But if you're sitting on your porch talking to your spouse and you're above 60 decibels, that's an issue. Running an emergency generator, cheering at sports games, those things are okay. So what if you're watching a football game? You know, the NFL's gay, by the way. We talked about that yesterday. I know. Yeah, exactly. But if you cheer at the gay NFL, sitting in your living room, is that okay? Because you're cheering at a sporting event. I'm just trying to get clarification. This is what should happen. And tell me what you think. This is what should happen. Everybody ought to show up at the next, you ought to show up anyway, but you ought to show up at the next Board of County Commissioners and just pound them with, what about this? Person after person, and have the weirdest random, what about this? And just wear them out. I know, Corey. But that's what should happen. Line up tons of people, and everybody have a weird scenario about the noise ordinance and wear them out. And what about my blender? What if I'm making a milkshake or some kind of alcoholic drink in my kitchen? And I have to crush the ice, and it takes a while. What about my blender? You got me. What about my dog barking? Sewing machines. Well, look. Okay, so we listen to this. This is a list of things. I'm going to try to get some of this out of the way so we can kind of see what's going on. A jet engine at 100 feet is 140 decibels. Newborns, you are exactly right. That just hits the base of your skull, does it not, Christina? Pain begins. It's problematic. Pneumatic chipper is 120. Chainsaw at 3 feet, 110. Power mower, 107 decibels. Subway train at 200 feet, 95. Walkman on 510, 94. Level at which sustained exposure may result in hearing loss, 80 to 90. City traffic is 85. A telephone dial tone is 80. Our mother, Angela. You and I are simpatico. I've got the same issue. My mother breaks the sound thing with that. It's just over the top. Lawnmower, yes. You can't run that after 9 o'clock, John. There was a country singer, a comedy country singer named Don Bowman, And if he had a problem with his neighbors, he would mow their grass at 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, you can't run a lawnmower after 9 o'clock at night. They have 25. Yes. I was going to pull that up, but yes, I saw that this morning that they do have that. They do, but we need more. And my granddaughter's cry is find me or her. I don't know. That's a good question. Find the baby. Will there be a test? What kind of test, Denise? I don't know. But you see this. So a vacuum cleaner has 75 decibels. The house refrigerator is 55. Suburban area at night is 40. Now, I want to, I found it. I don't know. I found it. What are they doing behind her back? I don't know if it's a diversion, but I do think it's nefarious. So here's the thing. Congratulations, Leanne, on the petition. Measuring equipment. Yeah, I know. You're right, Howard. It's dollars to buy those decibel readers. Now, here's the thing. So listen, I know that I think it was Lyle Crest last night had gone outside and was measuring nature, crickets, frogs, and it was like 65 decibels. So what are you trying to prove? So, and this is not in the city. These are in unincorporated Santa Rosa. You're going to have crickets. You're going to have frogs. Nature is loud. So if you are standing outside somebody's house because there has been a noise complaint, and an officer is standing outside with a decibel reader, and it's picking up nature, maybe your TV is up a little bit, but maybe it's not breaking 60. But nature puts it at 65. It was just ambient noise, 65. Yes, it applies to the rural area. That's what it's for. It's not for incorporated cities. It's for unincorporated Santa Rosa. So yeah, it does apply to the rural area. Yeah, I know it'd be cheered by earplugs, but people aren't. You're going to have some people who are grumpy. I don't like their mulch pile, right? That I can't see behind their house. I don't like that. And you'll have somebody complain. I was on live last night listening to how loud the frogs are. Oh, yeah. Was that you that posted that? I couldn't remember who that was that posted that. But it was crazy. Cole is retiring. Colton, Wright, and Peach. Yeah. They need to go. But listen, you come up with the most random example. What about this? And you just go and line up and you pound them to show them how ridiculous this whole thing is. Well, Howard, it's self-calibrating. So there you go. How do you argue with that? The health, that was what, hold on a second. I know. So Howard, here's the thing is if they want to fine you, say, okay, I want to go to court and fight this. Just like a traffic ticket. And then say, I don't know if that thing is calibrated. And is that the very same one you used when you came to my house to check the noise? I don't know. I want proof. And just, they'll get tired of it. They'll get tired of it. Yes, roosters are loud. Rain on a metal roof. You ought to call and make a noise complaint about that. That would be hilarious. Yes. So just during power outages, they said during power outages it's fine. You can run your generator during power outages, and it doesn't affect that. So again, what you need to do is just show up and have everybody just pass out a list. You get one person and you pass out a list, and you ask this question about crying babies, barking dogs. You ask this about farts, whatever it is. And just wear them out so they can see how ridiculous this whole stupid thing is. But that's a good question, Donna. That's a good question. They've done it with radar guns. What does it say? Good morning. So why discriminate and allow exemptions for City of Milton, Jay, and Gulf Breeze? What about the First Amendment? Well, I think that the issue is because there's traffic noise, and you're going to have a certain level of noise no matter what. No matter what. Yeah, but here's the thing, Leanne. Yes, that is good, but you've got nature. If you're in rural Santa Rosa, you got frogs and crickets and critters. And critters make noise. Cassandra says, not exemption to municipalities. They have a home rule. Right. Your truck's over. Well, you get a fine. But you don't need to be running it if you're running it. That's the thing. Planes flying over. Yes, we showed that. Planes have, what do we say? Let me get this in the center. I had it. Where's the planes? Oh, jet engine, 140 at 100 feet. So yeah. Do the sirens on police cars violate? No, because they are a necessary vehicle. They are a public service vehicle, and so they are exempt. So you got to read the list. So yes, city ordinance override county ordinances. So unincorporated. So what about Navarre? Navarre, they're going to be subject to it. So this is how, so everybody needs to get a list. And you show up and you organize. You've got a list that people have signed up, a petition that people have signed. Grab them, get as many that can, go to this meeting, and just own it. Yes. You're under curfew, Elizabeth, because your truck's too loud. You're home by 9. I know it is over the top to waste this much time on a stupid, but it is a control issue. So go to the next meeting, pass out a list. You get organized. You find these people that signed the petition. You get 100 people. Show up, and you speak on this one. You speak on this one, and just go. And you don't even have to use your whole 3 minutes. You can just say, I like a beverage, a frozen beverage at night, and I run my blender. What about that? I've got, whatever the case may be, I got a door hinge that squeaks really loud. What about that? And just keep pounding them. Yeah, Sharon, it's not an unpopular opinion. We love your opinion. If you respect your neighbors, you'll not deliberately. Exactly. It is drunk with power. It is. Somebody look up the next BOCC meeting. I had it, and I don't remember what it is now because I don't even know what day this is. Wow, that took a turn. That took a turn. Thanks, Elizabeth. July 13th is the next BOCC meeting. Is it an AM or PM? Is it 8 in the morning or whatever? 4:30. Okay. So and you don't have to show up right on time. You have to come after work. You can come, but own it. You've got a list of names. Own it. Would a recall mess up retirement pension? I have no clue. Yes, I talked about that yesterday, Corey. Did you not catch that? You go watch yesterday's show. We do have to be heard. We do have to be heard. But only at 60 decibels, not above. Now you need to own the public forum, because if they push you to the end, you won't be able to raise your voice. You see what I'm saying? That's what I don't know. It sounds so stupid, but who knows? Yes. Email everyone to attend that BOCC meeting, and you need somebody. I nominate Lyle Kress to come up with a list of ridiculous things that, what about this? And you hand them out. My husband is disabled, can only eat food that's been put through a blender. Yes, but only if he has to eat before 9. And he should anyway for his digestion. They do think they're dictators. They think they wield absolute power. And you've got Colton Wright, who follows like a puppy. And you got Sam. Lord help us. What is his deal? You need to burn up Sam's phone. Just call him. Yeah, Decibel Gate. I agree. It's Decibel Gate. It's all moving too fast here. Yes, Decibel Gate MVP, and he needs to be our leader on this and come up with a list. And if you want to send him suggestions, do that. I don't think he'll mind. We'll have our board meetings at Ollie's. Well, it's the Santa Rosa County Homeowners Association. They're just the owners, the plantation owners. James Calkins did vote against it, and he's reminding how stupid it is. Spencer Field helicopters, no, because it is because that is considered a service or whatever, industrial park. There's all kinds of levels. They've got all kinds of ridiculous things, and that's why you need to point out how ridiculous it is. Go to the podium, whisper as lightly as you can, so they have to struggle to hear you if it's after 9 p.m. Well, they'll just ignore you. I didn't hear them. Distraction, take pressure off firing Schiebler. No, it won't. It won't. Yes, Marianne. We talked about that a little bit ago, because I think somebody, I don't know who it was, Leanne, Lyle, somebody posted a decibel reader that it was like 65 for that. Right, Leanne. They don't fly at night, but they can. And they won't be in trouble because of the category. Construction needs, entertainment venues, racetracks, What about the bombs going off after 9 p.m.? Well, they can do that because that is, they're allowed to do that. You can't scream fire. That's against the law. That's not free speech. So keep that in mind. Is the new ordinance discriminatory to the hearing impaired? Yes. Yes, it is. So you've got a power grab by the BOCC, which is not surprising. They are arrogant. You've got Schiebler, who I think is incompetent as well. He's arrogant and incompetent. which is a horrible combination. Bans on the Blackwater. No, again, you got to listen to the whole thing because they can get variances for that. They can go down and file for a variance. We're going to have a concert or a sporting event. But I wonder if you could get a variance, or I wonder if because these things are not in a violation, cheering at a sports game. So if you have a bunch of guys over to watch gay football, because NFL's gay, we showed you that video yesterday. NFL says we're gay. So if you have a bunch of guys over to watch football and you're cheering and you're too loud, it's okay because it's a sporting event. You're cheering at sports games, right? You have so if you want to play your music too loud, what you need to do is get a variance and have some people over and say, I have a concert in my backyard. All these kind of ridiculous things you need to put forward. If I put flashing lights on my car, is that a service vehicle? Do you have to pay for a variance? Probably. I don't know. But you see the stupidity of all these things. And it's just out of control. These guys are completely out of control. Oh, everyone in the county should file for a variance to mow at 9:01 every night for 2 months. They probably won't give you a variance for that. You won't get a variance for that. 850-771-0049. A car alarm going off. Yes. I'm going to read this again because you guys keep hitting the same things. So, noise will be measured by calibrated meters. The ordinance covers all of unincorporated Santa Rosa County and not the city of Milton, Gulf Breeze, and Town of Jay. Discharge of firearms is not subject to enforcement under this ordinance. Special events, special construction needs, entertainment venues, racetracks may seek a noise variance as needed through the process of being currently developed. It will not result in a violation of running air conditioner at night, talking to a neighbor, running an emergency generator, cheering at sports games. What else? Okay. Ordinance applies to power tools, landscaping, yard maintenance equipment, construction activities, motor vehicles. Security alarms must also stop continuous noise after 5 minutes. Non-continuous noise after 15 minutes. Exemptions include public service vehicles, emergency activities, pool pumps, farming activities, power generators during outages, and declared local state of emergency. I know, but that's a service vehicle. You don't see too many private helicopters just flying around. And you don't know that if they are. Speaker for Recall Florida at the hangar on Avalon Boulevard tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Yeah. And this should happen. This should happen. So whose bright idea was this in the first place? This is Bob Cole's baby. Mr. I don't show up for several meetings and then ta-da, noise ordinance. The less exciting Wilford Brimley. Drones can be loud. There's all kinds of, again, take all these things to the next county commissioners meeting, July 13th at 4:30, and light them up. Colton's rate whistle is rated at 100 decibels. Yeah, it depends on how continuous it is. But what is Sam Parker's deal? Why is he always on the wrong side of every one of these things? And people take up for him. He is, and he's a nice guy. I'm not saying he's not a nice guy. I'm saying he's on the wrong side of every daggone issue. Every one. And that concerns me. When you have a county commissioner that you have high expectations for, but he is on the wrong side of every issue that comes up, should be concerning for you. I don't know. Well, maybe. They seem to be against them. But that is just weird. Isn't that a weird thing? They're going to employ a lot of people. What is it about these guys that they don't want this beer garden open? The permits and all these things. These guys are working hard. They're doing everything they can and it's not happening. They're not working with these guys. Sam's on no side. He talks in circles. Well, he does take the wrong side. He voted on this. He voted for this. He is on the wrong side. Well, that's what we got to find out. That's what we got to find out. But overload the system. Listen, the Democrats do it. Overload the system. Go to the BOCC. Have 100 people say, what about this? What about this? Sam is where the wind blows. But you just need to, pool pumps is on there. So you do, I don't know. You find all kinds of weird examples around your house and put it forward. We want to know. Someone needs to ask, Elizabeth, ask about loud sex. Do that one. What about my wind chimes? My wind chimes are kind of loud. What about wind chimes? You see, the 13th at 4:30, July 13th at 4:30. It is spiteful, and here's my thing, is I think all these things that are being done is to stick it in your eye as payback for the half-cent sales tax reject. But blenders, I understand. Yes, Denise. Show up at all BOCC meetings. Let them know that they cannot do this to you, that you are going to hold them accountable. Well, yeah. Yes, absolutely. You don't like your neighbor? This is a way to do it. But you've got to get angry. You have got to get mad. But you've got to do it creatively. It's okay to go up and scream at the podium. But what you need to do is overwhelm them. Well, yes. You cannot. Unless you're very well insulated. I'm going to start doing that to the kids. Well, my kids are out of the house. But when the kids are there, they're too loud. Their music's too loud. Video games are too loud. I'm going to find the kids. You don't have the self-control, is what they're saying. They've got a nanny state. They got to make sure that you do what they want you to do. We do have plenty of signatures. We need more. But I think the whole purpose is to get somebody's attention. Like media. And I know, Marianne. This is the way they work. They push it to the end of the meeting. No more thunder. Yeah, thunder's gone. You can't have thunder, but I like thunder at night. If the BOCC won't fire Schiebler for his blatant lie to the citizens, why would we even think BOCC would listen to anyone about the noise ordinance? Disconnected, weak, and feckless. But what you need to do is waste their time. Waste their time. And don't let them continue on until you do it. A normal fart is about 80 decibels. You're fun at a party, Leanne. A normal fart is 80 decibels. And God bless whoever found that out the hard way. Yes, we need backup voices. We need backup voices. Your clippers, if they are, they need to be oiled. God is exempt. Good luck getting the money out of him if you find him. He doesn't have to pay you. They want bars in Milton. What did they expect? Well, yeah. Oh, they could get you for praying too loud. That is exactly true. So listen, again, put all these things down. Write them all down. If Lyle's not on here, send him a message. Find him at Ollie's, whatever, and say, hey, we elected you. You've been nominated to lead this group, and we just want you to organize. Leanne and Lyle, you work together, you get the names, and you contact these people, and let's do this. Was the fart reading taken with direct contact or 1 inch away? I don't know. I don't know. But you get how ridiculous this is, right? Everybody understand the ridiculousness of all that's going on. Bob Cole is a moron. There's all kinds of issues. There's all kinds of issues in Santa Rosa County. Yes, and you've got to worry about a noise ordinance because the other one's too vague. Did anybody have a problem? Can I see a show of hands? Anybody have a problem with the past noise ordinance? Did anybody even know it was there? The fart reading matters. It was 10 feet from the property line. I understand. No one showed up at the BOCC meeting regarding Schiebler's blatant lying and not filing for FDOT. Well, we did have a good group there, Denise. We did have a very good group. It was spread out across the room, but it was a very good group. And they knew why they were there. Oh, this is really... Yeah, those don't count. Bob Cole has a Napoleon complex. He's short, fat, and he's about as exciting as a dead person. So yes, I got you, Angela. So what? You're irritated about it, but are you angry about it? They're pushing you. They're going to keep pushing. Do you understand this? This is good. They're going to keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. Yeah. Start checking the BOC bank accounts. Mr. Rogers could fix it. He's dead. You would have to have a seance to contact Mr. Rogers. File discrimination. Santa Rosa. It's Santa Rosa, not Florida. So you would have to look. This isn't the Villages. This is Santa Rosa. You're right. All right. So you get what needs to be done. And what are you willing to do for it? Now, we could talk about this all the time. We get this stuff from them all the time, and they're going to push you to the next level. So when they don't get any real pushback from this, you'll get disgruntled. You'll say a few things, and then you'll let it go. They know this. And then they'll bring the next thing in. And they'll get some pushback. And I'll bring the next thing in. Why? I have said this time and time and time again. They don't care about you. They don't care. They don't like the people of Santa Rosa. You are an irritant to them. They think that because they're in their seats, they should be able to do whatever they want. And guess what? For the most part, they can. We need conservatives all across the board. These people. I have a copy of the Constitution on my nightstand. That was some of the earliest reading to my children. Whatever, you freak. We need true conservatives, not just in name only. We need actual conservatives. You can like James Calkins or not like James Calkins. He is standing up for the people of Santa Rosa. I know. Let me ask you a question. And I asked this question kind of yesterday. I'm going to rephrase the question. Do you think, what are they doing? Are the decisions that they're making, is it making life better in Santa Rosa for everyone? For everyone. Now, I don't know how many people are going to use the Benny Russell Park. I don't know. Am I against it? No. That may be up there. That's okay. But the what is it? The guys that go around, the code guys, code enforcement, and the stacks of mulch in somebody's backyard. Is that making your life better when they find those people? Is missing an FDOT deadline and blowing it off, and blowing off somebody lying to you? Is that making your life better? Is deleting the negative comments about the illegal contract trash pickup, is that making your life better? These guys, this is like the mafia. These guys are like the mafia. Yeah, it does. It does feel like they're treating like a bunch of, but it's more than that. It's almost like a criminal organization. But there's so much that they can do that they're not, and so because they're wasting their time on stupid stuff and making you fight stupid stuff, the regular things that need to be done are not being done. And you are being abused. You are like an abused spouse. Just overwhelming you with nonsense. These guys are completely out of control. And I'm sorry, Sam Parker's with them. Sam Parker is not helping. And that is the truth. And I know that makes some people nervous. But if he was, he would stand up and do the right thing. Well, but see that they're a service, and they're all right. They can operate. Where's Cole's neighborhood? Just keep driving through. Just keep driving through. He's been with him the whole time. So you talk about Sam. He, pronoun, no pronouns. I didn't put the warning up front, but no pronouns. I believe he's talking about Sam. They won't do anything useful unless it's aligned with whatever backdoor deals they have going. Or they're really too stupid to hold their positions. It's either intentional or we need an overhaul? Well, we do need an overhaul. We do, regardless if it's intentional or unintentional. They are not for you. They say they are. I love this county. No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't do the things you're doing. If you love the county, you would not be abusing them. Bob Cole is an abuser. Dave Peach, he's an abuser. Colton is an enabler. Sam's an enabler. You get it? You've got abusers and you have enablers. And that's who they are. The Santa Rosa County Mafia. And what will you do? What will you do with it? I really think that this is a good idea. Recall Florida. I love it. Oh, I thought you said I kind of like Guy Thompson. No, you said it's kind of like Guy Thompson. I got you. But yeah, they're the same old guard. It's the same old guard. Yeah. Actions speak louder than words. Do something. Do something. You have a voice under 60 decibels. Use it. If you're angry, don't get loud. Get creative. Get creative. You own their meeting. Start making a list. If you want to pass me the list, message me the list. And if you say, hey, what about this noise? What about just message me. And I will. I'll tell you what. We'll get it taken care of. But message me, and we'll start putting the list together. I'll give it to Lyle or whatever. And you guys can pass it out to whoever to show up at the meetings. Yes. And demand to see the when the last time the decibel reader was calibrated and proof that it was calibrated, and yeah. The Sunshine State. Just you can send it to Milton Post, or you can send it to my personal Facebook page, Nick Stewart. I'm out there. I don't hide anywhere. Just send me an instant message, because this cannot go on. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Joey. Because all this is way, way beyond. They don't own you. They didn't have 2 hearings. They just brought it up, voted on it. It's done. Right in your eye. Right in your eye. Because you don't matter. Now, Ray, the Southern Raceway doesn't count because races are protected. They can get a variance because they're doing a business and that kind of thing. Concerts, all that stuff is okay. It's all okay. But not you. Not you in your home. Not you as a citizen. All those rights are taken away. Because they're making more money off the concerts and off the raceways and all that kind of stuff. Yes, they would have a variance. Yes, Kim, they have to apply for a variance. I'd say, I'm not applying for any variance. Whatever. I'm not wasting my time applying for variance. You want to, let me ask you a question. Realistically, you've got somebody that has been living near or around a racetrack. I live near a racetrack. I hear the racetrack. I know at certain times of the year, certain nights of the week, I'm going to hear cars. I'm going to hear, I know it. Is somebody really going to call and do a noise complaint on the racetrack? Are you really going to? If I'm the owner of the racetrack, I'm like, I am not going to apply for a variance. Leanne says, I host too many events at my house. We've always been respectful. Yes. And that's good. And that's the way it should be. And money's the bottom line. And they can stick it to the residents of Santa Rosa County because they can. If they don't file for a variance, what would happen? Right? That's exactly my point. Yes. Get your ticket books out. I don't know, Joey. I don't know if there's a cost for it or not, but it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. It is the huge amount of overreach by these guys. New noise ordinance could turn away potential new businesses. Or what about growth? I don't know. You all need to get to the BOCC meeting on July 13th at 4:30 or just shortly after. I understand you got to work. I got it. Kids, pick up kids, whatever. Do whatever you got to do and get there. We need T-shirt to say Santa Rosa ain't noise pollution. That's off that little rock song. But you get it. If they don't change the ordinance back, I'm going to make reports on every sound I hear, make them work. Yes. Yes, make them work for it. Make them work. You call on everything. Wear them out. Again, that's the thing is you overwhelm the system. A hedge trimmer. And call all hours of the day. It doesn't make a difference. Call all hours of the day. And if you got a neighbor who's doing it, and just say, hey, listen, I'm going to do this, just so you're aware. It's not about you. It's about this noise ordinance. So just and do it. Well, the trucks, yeah. You get it. Do it. Overwhelm them. And look, when this thing is started, just start calling the sheriff's office now. And just start reporting everything. Everything. And when I say everything, I mean you report everything. And listen, I don't care if it's in Milton, Jay, or Gulf Breeze. Who cares? Who cares? Report it anyway. And they will say, hey, listen, we're getting all these calls on this thing. Make them work. Yes, make them work, Leanne. You are exactly right. Pound the crap out of them. That's how you reject this. And they will get so much pushback and blowback from this, they won't be able to stand it. These people are idiot. Well, good, Christina. You're welcome. You're welcome. Does Walmart carry decibel meter? You can get them for $20 from Amazon. What is this? Maybe we should make all the reports to each of the commissioners' email instead of. No, do it. No. You bombard the sheriff's office. That's who has to do this. And after a while, they're like, this is crap. I'm not going to do it. Because they're going to realize, hey, don't call 911. Don't do that. Just call the sheriff. Hey, I've got a noise complaint. I know there's a new noise ordinance, and I want you to, and just report it. Yep. Yeah. And then, yes, and they will blow it off. Kim, don't send messages. They won't read them. They will not read them. You heard Dave Peach at the last one. Oh, I don't have time to read all of them. So I don't. You don't read all of them? There's no way to read all of them. They'll just delete them. Don't send them a message. All right, kids, I got to get out of here. Make some noise the right way. All right. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Like it, share it. Get others excited about this or angry about this or passionate about it so that we can do and make the change. All right. God bless you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay strong.